Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today I'm going to be reviewing a track from an act named Goth Daddy titled Amnesia. And if we switch over to here, we have the video as unlisted on a YouTube page. I believe this video is going live on the 3rd of November. And we've got we've got this feature down here, Goth Daddy. Amnesia is Goth Daddy's latest release and is available on all musical platforms, which will be by the 3rd of November. Dark, vampiric, goth, electronic rock. Goth Daddy is a new artist, so check out the links and lyrics below. Cool, we got lyrics and social media links. Fantastic. We're gonna listen to this track from start to finish, and we're gonna hear what we think. All right, let's watch this video. And just before I get into it, I don't typically comment much on the music videos themselves, as I'm not super knowledgeable about video production. I mainly just focus on the audio side of things. But let's get into it. Oh, we got a really intense synth there. It's really in your face, isn't it? Hey, and some drums. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, nice little fill there as well. Percussion. Really interesting vocal style. It reminds me of the new wave stuff or the post stuff of the early 90s. Kind of gothic rock stuff from back then. And if we got like a vocal harmony on that as well, like an octave below or something like that, is it modulated? Oh. Oh, we are right into this, which... Is this the bridge or the chorus? But it's nice to have these higher frequency sort of sense, you know, whoop, 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 kind of oscillating like early 2010s dubstep synths. Man, and those those trap drums just came in, those trap hi-hats just cut right into the mix. That's good. That's well done. Okay, from the system. That's good to hear. It's fine, I'll survive. It's like, oh, I guess I gotta cope with this and do my best to deal with it. Just gotta keep moving. Doesn't sound particularly pleased about having to suffer through it, but I suppose it's just the situation we're in, right? And it was nice to have a break there with the percussion as well, just to let that bump bump synth and the other bits kind of feature for a moment. And back into the... I'm gonna assume this is probably the hook. Really intense colors in this, it's really fascinating. I'm kind of glad we have lyrics, just so I can make sure I get the whole story, you know? Also, I can break away. Oh, okay. Man, that synth that just is there the whole time, isn't it? That's a real kind of, it's a sense of dread that I'm feeling from that synth. I'll be completely honest with you. And there we go. I think that's oh, there was a nice little tail on that synth there. It sounds like something from like a serum oscillator or something like that. Serum synthesizer. Cool. I enjoyed that. That was good fun. I'm just gonna make myself big. I'll be right back. And we've got the lyrics here. We've got, I don't remember, has it left my brain or am I going insane? So that's where the amnesia portion of it comes in. I've seen it all inside my mind. I want to remember it all so I can break away. Oh, so the person's got amnesia and they're really desperate for that information so that they can get away from the kind of stuff that they're dealing with. And he's saying, oh, I can't handle it's fine, I'll survive. So he knows that he'll be able to make it through. It's just he'd rather not be having to suffer if he can avoid it. And he knows that he's seen it all before. Like there's this awareness of that, but at the same time, it's just kind of, he wants to annihilate the whole system and watch it fall, and he's kind of he's not really believing. He's kind of in disbelief of it, and in the situation there. Yeah, it's an interesting track. I think there's certain parts of the context I'm missing. Maybe it's like a personal thing in regards to like the system and stuff like that. You can only make assumptions as a music reviewer, but at the same time, as a first impression to this track, and I'm pleased with I'm pleased with this. I think that Goth Daddy's done a great job with Amnesia. I think that let's just go through the things in sections, because I'm trying to do that in my reviews to structure these conclusions a bit better. I mean, if we talk about the vocals, I think the guy has shown really competent vocal technique. There's a bit of vocal fry, there's that kind of tonality that you get in sort of like goth rock kind of music, which is sort of a part of the genre, and I think it's great. It's nice to have that change. I don't think purely clean vocals would necessarily help this a lot. And the thing is, it's not like it's got a lack of charisma or anything like that. It's got its own sort of energy to it that I think works well with the rest of the parts of this mix. And he sounds like he's got pretty good vocal technique as well. Like he's not hitting any notes which are uncomfortable or that he's struggling with, and I like that a lot. I think it's great that he's taking care of himself there. The song idea itself, yeah, two main sections, which like the verse and the chorus, and they were very distinct and they're very easy to follow. And then a track that's sort of 2.5 minutes like this, I think that's all you really need, is to have an A-B-A-B-A structure, really, with an intro and outro. It was very succinct and to the point, and I think that's respectful towards the listener's time. The performances of the instruments, the music production itself, like the different instruments coped well together. There weren't many sort of chromatic notes or anything. You stuck to like a Phrygian mode with the first and the flat second on that really kind of gritty synthesizer. And the panning of the instruments was nice, and you had the drums that were fairly active. You had some 16th note grooves in there, but at the same time, it wasn't like it didn't seem like the drums were trying to take the attention away from the vocals, and that's just where it comes down to the mixing and mastering, where the mixing and mastering for this track was pretty sublime. The drums within some sections were a little bit quiet, but I think that was sort of that was meant to be sort of more of a vibe kind of thing, where the synth and the pads and everything was sort of swallowing you up in that confusion, that sense of sort of helplessness and not being able to remember things. And then back to the kind of the gritty low octave sort of synths and bass and all that with the drums, the no BS kind of stuff to kind of work well with the mid-range vocals. It's a great combination of different elements, and it was nice and loud in the mix with great EQing, and it's all together a very professional experience. I've had a great time with Goth Daddy today with Amnesia, and I wish Goth Daddy the best of luck in future. I genuinely do. It's a great video as well. I just wish I knew more about video production so I could comment on it, but I don't want to risk the quality of these music reviews by talking about something I know very little about. That is my review of Amnesia by Goth Daddy. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show Goth Daddy some love via the various social medias and YouTube page, and also remembering that his music is on the various digital media streaming platforms. And stay cool, stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you next review. Spider hands up.